My name is Ben Crosby. I'm from Richmond Hill, Ontario. I've been a Port Coquitlam resident for a year and a half, and I'm a full-time musician. I see a lot of opportunity. I was having a conversation with a fellow at a bar the other night who was sort of saying along the same thing, that it's sort of an interesting time to be in Port Coquitlam and to be in the Tri-Cities, because it's really starting to, there's a desire to start defining itself as something separate from Vancouver and to sort of have its own feeling and branding. That being someone who's new to the area, I don't have a great sense of what's happened prior to the last year and a half that I've been around, but I definitely feel like, little pockets of, especially in the music community, pockets of musicians that have sort of been spread across the Lower Mainland are starting to connect and collaborate a lot more, and it's sort of an exciting time to be a musician and an artist in general here in the Tri-Cities. I would really like to see, I think right now PoCo does a great job of including music in events like the car show and in Lee Square on Sundays. But I'd really like to see more events like that with either live music as a central focus or as a peripheral thing. But it's something we can just add. I'd love to see a craft beer and music festival happening in Port Coquitlam at some point. I'd like to see maybe a budget to have in the summertime musicians playing on the street, or even just, maybe not all the time, but leading up to certain special events, just get people more involved with the creative side of the community here. Like I said, I think there's such great potential. Our downtown is such a great walkable area. I think we could really do ourselves a huge service by including more music and more art space. The pop-up picnic area is a great example of that, of just taking even just something as simple as a place for people to sit, but making it just a more inviting space to participate as a community in with regards to downtown. Funding to get projects made, that would be a wonderful, wonderful thing. We could, as a community, put some discussion into what that would sort of look like from a funding perspective. There's a lot of really talented, especially young people here in PoCo, and I think if we sort of embrace that, give them the means, the space, and the funding to create stuff, who knows where that could take them. I think especially when you're young, you got to express yourself somehow. You're either gonna make something or you're gonna break something. It just makes sense to me to give kids as much opportunity to make stuff, so that they're spending less time breaking stuff. And we do a great job funding sports here, and that's a wonderful, wonderful thing here in PoCo. But for every kid that's great in sports, there's another kid that's maybe a great photographer or a great writer or a great musician. I think we should be putting as much of our resources into those kids as we are into the sports kids as well.
I don't wanna be an old-time bomb that never went off when it should have gone. Won't see me wave a white flag. No surrender, an old man saying I could have been a contender. Line 'em up, shoot 'em down, a small-time fighter, knocking big fish out. Get up, pull another round. If you wanna make you